Okay. So again, what I'd like to do is I'd like to start by just going over a few things that I've been getting questions about, and just to make sure that everyone is comfortable logging into the course and getting started with the course. And so I'm going to present my screen here, just a second. Come on. Okay. And the first thing, everyone should be able to see my email. And the first thing I just want to make sure is that everyone has received a welcome email from me. If you are in the OLC class, you would have received an email that looks like this that says, "Welcome to OLC4O." If you are in the ENG4C course, you would have seen a "Welcome to ENG4C." So that's the first thing I want to point out. If you haven't read my welcome email, make sure you do, because I do give you some tips about things that you're going to have to do to get started with the course. That leads me to my tools to go. I'm assuming, since all of you are in this Google Meet with me, that you all are comfortable logging into your My Tools to Go, checking your My Tools to Go email, and using the Google products that we have with My Tools to Go. That's going to be essential. If you're not familiar with My Tools to Go, that's going to be a bit of a problem, and we want to make sure that everyone excuse me, we want to make sure that everyone is okay logging into their My Tools to Go, that their password works, that they regularly know to check their email. So if anyone has any technical problems where they can't log into their email, their My Tools to Go school board account, let me know, send me an email, or let me know at the ending of this Google Meet, and we can see if we can get your My Tools to Go fixed if necessary. Okay. But there's a couple other things that I wanted to show you here that you can do with your My Tools to Go account. And again, I know many of you already know this, but I know some of you maybe don't. So if I go into my Tools to Go email, and so again, this is just the welcome email that I sent to the OLC students. If you go up to the Google Apps, the little dots here, you can see that you have a Google Drive and you have Google Docs. Okay, so Google Drive will save all of your documents, and any of the assignments that you're going to write this semester are going to be saved in your Google Doc. In your Google Drive. Google Doc is where you're going to type all of your assignments. And if you've started with the first diagnostic assignment, which I'll talk about a little bit later, you already know that the school board requires all assignments to be done in Google Docs. So just again to show you, if you go up to the dots here and you can click on Google Docs. And when Google Docs opens, you'll see blank document. And if you click on blank document, you will open up into a blank document that you can type your assignments in. And it is required that you type all of your assignments, that you edit and type all of the assignments in Google Docs, not in Microsoft Word, not on another program. The school board has made this mandatory for all students. So for example, if you were to type out your assignment for the first unit and the first activity, you could go Unit 1, Activity 1, Assignment, and then you could just write your answer and do the assignment right in this document. And then you would title this document, Unit 1, Assignment Number 1, for example. And then you can share it with me when you're done, and you can submit it to a Dropbox. I have to be really clear at the beginning of the semester. All assignments need to be done in this way, including your diagnostic assignment that hopefully we're working on this week. So it's very important, if you're not familiar with Google Docs, that you learn how to use Google Docs this week so that you can start doing the real assignments next week and so on, and that you're submitting them correctly. How many, like, just again, feel free to stick up a hand, or feel free to let me know here. Are we all comfortable with Google Docs? Have we all used Google Docs in a previous class? Yes, go ahead, Khaled.
No, sorry, I just was like, I'm comfortable with
Great.
Google Docs here.
Perfect. I'm glad. All right. Well, like, again, this week is all about learning how to do things if we don't already know. So if you're not comfortable with using Google Docs, please send me an email. I can meet with you privately as well too, and we can talk about how to do it. But again, I'm just going to stress, I know if you're taking any other hybrid classes too, or if you're taking any face-to-face classes at St. Michael's now, the teachers, we're told that the students must type all of their assignments in their My Tools to Go Google Docs. And so it's very important that you do that. Okay, and then you can always go back. If I go back to the document, if you use Google Docs, just to go back here for a second. If you use Google Docs and you go back to the little dots here with your Google Apps, all of your Google Docs will be saved in your Google Drive. So you can always go back and find them. The nice thing about Google Docs too is it automatically saves. So if you're typing something and the internet goes down or the computer shuts down or whatever it is, when you go back, it'll still be saved to right up where you stop typing, pretty much, because it's always automatically saving. So the good thing about Google Docs is you don't have to save anything. It does it automatically. You just have to type out and edit your work and then submit it when you're done. All right. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention, is that everyone needs to be comfortable checking their My Tools to Go and using Google Docs, and knowing that they can find all of their Google Docs in their Google Drive. So if you're comfortable with that, that was my first topic. My second topic is how to get into and use our course website. And so I sent everyone a link right here to the login page where you can log into the course website. I know that the school board and St. Michael's probably sent you their own email with a link on how to get into the course website. And I know that most of you, maybe even all of you in this Google Meet right now, have already logged in, which is great. But I know some students still haven't been able to log into the course website, and they're having some problems. So I just want to go over that real quickly here. So if you were to click on the link that I sent you here, it would take you to a page that looks like this. And so this is our login page. It looks slightly different. If the school board sent you a slightly different link, it might look a little bit different, but it's all the same. The trick is that you need to log in to your hybrid classes using your My Tools to Go. So it says log in using My Tools to Go. Now, I'm already logged in to my version of My Tools to Go because I'm on a Chromebook. So I had to log in when I started the Chromebook. So when I click log in using My Tools to Go, it's automatically going to enter me right into the course website because it already has my credentials. It already has my email and it already has my password. If you have not put in your My Tools to Go username or password, it'll ask you to put it in, and you'll have to type in your My Tools to Go as your email, and then you'd have to type in your My Tools to Go password in order to get into the course once you click on this button. If you have a problem, if you click on this button using My Tools to Go and you try to put in your My Tools to Go information and it doesn't let you into the website, the number one problem that you're probably having is that you're logged into your Gmail as well, your personal Gmail account. If you're logged into your Gmail account on your phone, on a Chromebook, on a laptop, it won't let you use your My Tools to Go to log in, because My Tools to Go is a Gmail account. So you can't be logged into two Gmail accounts at the same time. So the first thing I'm telling students is, if they're having trouble logging into the course website, is make sure that you sign out of your personal Gmail account. And then that probably fixes 90% of the login problems that we have. Okay. If you're still having a problem logging in, I sent a few students that sent me emails saying that they couldn't log in. I sent them specific instructions from the IT supervisor at our school board. He sent me some explanations on how to fix problems with My Tools to Go. And I think that worked out well. I think most of them were able to get logged in just following his instructions. But if you can't get logged into your My Tools to Go, send me an email and we'll see if we can get it fixed. And if you can't get logged into the course website, send me an email and we can see if we can get it fixed. It's very important that you are comfortable and that your My Tools to Go is working and that you can get into the website by next Monday. So if there's any trouble, please let me know now. Okay. Are we good with that? Am I saying, if I'm saying anything confusing or anything that we are not sure about, please let me know. Okay. All right. So now let's actually go into the classroom. So if I click on log in using My Tools to Go, oh, got to click again here. It will take me. Sorry, I'm not on my Chromebook. I'm on another Chromebook right now, and it is really slow. So I'm doing the best I can here. All right. So now I'm in the hybrid course website now. Okay. The first thing I'd like to say is, just to be clear, we use what's called a D2L Brightspace website. So if you go down to the bottom of this page, it'll say D2L Brightspace. So you'll hear all the time, you'll hear for hybrid, you'll hear the school board, you'll hear the St. Michael's office, you'll hear me. When we refer to our course website, we will call it a D2L website. It's not a Google Classroom. I know a lot of students are used to using Google Classrooms, and for our face-to-face classes, we use Google Classroom. But unfortunately, we can't use Google Classroom for our online classes. We have to use D2L, okay? So just to make that clear, because I know there's some confusion, you're using a D2L website for this class and for all of your hybrid classes, not a Google Classroom. Okay. With that said, we've logged in. Oh, by the way, what I would say too, I forgot to mention this, is the login page. This page right here, the one that I gave you a link to, I would strongly recommend that you bookmark this page, that you go up and bookmark it in your My Tools to Go account. So that way you don't have to go find my email every time you want to log into the course and find the link again. So I would bookmark the login page so that when you get on your device, whether it's a laptop, whether it's a Chromebook, whether it's a cell phone, when you log into your My Tools to Go account, you should have it bookmarked so that you don't have to go find the website. So again, that's just a tip. I would suggest we all do that. Okay. So again, now that we are back into the course homepage here, you should probably see a welcome message. It's got a welcome message from me here, but you've probably got a welcome message with your name. And this is from the school board. And so the school board's got all this information about attendance policies, about things like that. You can take a look if you like. They're specifically talking about e-learning, which is not quite the same thing as hybrid. But you can take a look. It's useful information from the school board. The school board's got information here on how to find your classes. So feel free to take a look. You've got email Paul, who is the IT supervisor for our school board. You can email him if you have any technical questions. And so again, all of this information on the homepage is from the school board, not from me. okay? You will see your courses. So I teach 2 hybrid courses, ENG4C and OLC. So they're both listed here under my classes or my courses, okay? One other very important thing that you have to do on the course homepage or on the school board homepage here before you go into our classes. If you go down on this page, you will see Access Google Workspace. So what you need to do is you need to link your My Tools to Go Google account with the course website so that you can easily submit assignments. And so I've already done that. Mine's been done for years here. My Windsor Essex Catholic District School Board email, my version of My Tools to Go, is linked to this course website. So you can see I've got 2 unread emails that I can check in my teacher account. I've got my Google Drive, which I can click on here and I can see all of my work. So I have linked my Google School Board email account with this website. You have to do that as well. If you go down and you see Access Google Workspace and it shows you mail, upcoming events, Google Drive, great. That means your My Tools to Go has already been linked to the course website. Maybe it was linked automatically for you by somebody within the school board. Maybe you did it yourself last semester. But if you go down here and it doesn't show your email in your Google Drive, and it will say something like link My Tools to Go or link to Google or something like that, there'll be a button you can click here that you can link. Please click that button and follow the quick directions. I apologize, I can't show you how to do it because mine is already linked, okay? And wouldn't know how to unlink it. And so you need to do this. If you have any trouble with this, and if this is confusing to you in any way, just meet with me online for 2 minutes. And I can show you how to do it. It's really simple. You just click the link here and you follow the quick directions. If you don't link your My Tools to Go to the course website, you're going to have a problem submitting assignments. So again, this is one thing you want to do. You only have to do it once, and then hopefully you never have to do it again, and you never have to think about it. But that's something that maybe the school board or St. Michael's might have not mentioned in all of their introductory information that I want to make sure everyone knows. So far, so good. I hope, please just let me know if I'm saying anything confusing or if there's anything you're not understanding, let me know. And I really appreciate, I know most of you probably know all of this already, but I'm speaking to all, 80, 90 students or whatever it is that I have in these 2 classes, even the ones that aren't here. Okay. All right. So that covers the first 2 things I wanted to talk about. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is just to go into our course website and show you how the website works. And I'm going to go into, the ENG4C website. It doesn't really matter at this point. Both websites work the same way. So if you're in the OLC class, you'll see the same things. Yes, Cobra, go ahead. Oh, sorry. Did I read that? Let me see. They explain this in the videos, the school board videos, you mean? If so, great, right? I'm glad. But from all the emails I've been getting the last few days, I get the sense that a lot of the students in my class don't know this, and maybe this is their first time. But I'm really happy if you saw the school board videos. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go into ENG4C. If I click on that, and so you'll see here, you'll see the banner with the name of the course and with your teacher's name. You'll see the course home button to always return to this page. You'll see the coursework. You'll see submissions. That's where you submit your assignments. These first 3 are pretty much all you're going to have to use this semester. I'll talk more about coursework next week when I introduce Unit 1, Activity 1, and you'll have to start doing the coursework. For today, I'm going to focus on this class homepage. And so the first thing I'm going to point out is that you probably see a big, long message that says important submission information. And if I click and I open this, this is going to be a big, long message from the school board. And it's going to talk about how you must submit assignments and how you have to do a diagnostic assignment. It's going to have some information on how to submit an assignment. It's going to have a video, which I think maybe Cobra was just talking about how to submit to the course website. It's going to have a lot of useful information, a lot of links here that you can follow, and you can learn more about the course and more about the school board policies. I would highly recommend that you look through and read all of this information. But after you do, and after you understand it, I would collapse this widget. I would close this. You don't want that message on the front of your course homepage for the entire school year, because you'll constantly have to be scrolling down through it to find my announcements. And I'm a little worried that if students keep this open, they'll miss my announcements. Okay, so once you've done reading all of the school board information here, go up to this little arrow and go collapse. And then this is hopefully how you'll see the website throughout the semester. The first thing you'll see on the left side of the page when you scroll down is announcements. For my ENG4C, it says news and announcements. I think it just says announcements on the OLC course. But this is where I will post anything that I want you to read throughout the semester. So it's going to be extremely important that you're able to check the announcements on the course website. So right now, there's just one announcement. It just says, welcome to ENG4C. And then there's some information that I've given you about the course and some information about the website and information about the diagnostic little assignment that you're expected to do this week. And then some information about myself. Okay. So if you haven't already, I would strongly suggest that you take a look at my welcome announcement here. Okay. I would say that that I'm going to try not to overwhelm you with announcements. I don't, because I know every time I post a new announcement, the previous announcement gets pushed down, and I don't want students missing the latest announcements. But you will get an announcement from me at least once a week. Every Monday, or if there's a holiday or if there's a reason that we don't have school on Monday, then on Tuesday. But the first day of each school week, I will post a new announcement and explain what we're doing that week and give you a link to the activity for that week. And so the goal is that every Monday you're able to log in to the course website, you're able to take a look at the new activity, and then you have a week until Friday to finish that activity and submit the assignment for the week. And then you're ready for the following Monday to move on to the next activity. So the way the course will work is, again, every Monday or every first day of the week, you'll receive a new announcement from me with an explanation about what we're doing that week, and then a link to the activity that you can follow and you can go ahead and do the work. I talk about that right in here. I talk about how that's going to work. I will say something else. You can do all of the work online in terms of the assignments, and you can submit them. You type them up on Google Docs and you submit them to the course website. But this is called a hybrid course. It's not called a online course technically. And they call it hybrid because it's partially done online and partially done in class. And what we mean by in class is there is a midterm and a final exam that must be written in class. Okay. So I am waiting to get confirmation from the principal. The principal is still organizing our schedule for this semester. So I'm waiting to hear our official midterm and final exam dates. And as soon as I get them, I will post a formal course outline that you can look at online here, and I will tell you when the midterm and final will be. But just keep in mind that you will have to come into class at least twice this semester to write a midterm and a final exam. So this goes for my ENG4C class, and this also goes for my OLC class. And if you have any other hybrid class, I think it'll be the same. You'll have to write a midterm and a final exam in class, okay? And one other thing I will say, just to clarify this, because it's important, in order to pass the ENG4C or the OLC class, it is required that you pass what we call an in-class assessment. So that means I hope you do very well on the assignments and definitely work hard on them. And the higher your marks on the assignments, the better your overall grade will be. But you have to pass an exam in class in order to earn the credit. I can't give you an OLC credit or an ENG4C credit if you don't pass one of the exams. So just to be crystal clear with that, it is important that you show that you can that you can do the work in class during the midterm and final exams. Does that make sense? Is there any questions about that? Okay. All right. Was that a question, Khaled, or are you just saying?
Yes, I have a question. So for some reason, like I can't really attend. I was doing face-to-face, but I had to switch last minute to online.
Okay.
But for some reason, if I want to attend the class like every day or like just come into class, is that something I can do?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. That's something I wanted to mention. If I go further down here, if I go down to where is it here? Meet the teacher. So if you have any questions or you'd like to introduce yourself to me, or if you just like to, like help, or you'd like to sit in a quiet place to do work, I am available for your classes between 1:45 and 3 every school day, right? So if you need anything from me, that's the best time to come into class, is 1:45 till 3. If you're not able to come in at that time, send me an email and we can work something out. But in general, if you show up at school between 1:45 and 3, Monday through Friday, you can come to room 106 and you can work in the class, or you can ask me any questions, and I can help you with whatever you need. If you can't come into class, you can of course email me and I'll respond as soon as I get a chance. Or we can set up a Google Meet like we're doing right now, where I can just talk one-on-one with you. And again, I can do Google Meets and I can meet with students in class between 1:45 and 3. Does that make sense? Does that work?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
No problem. Okay. So yeah, this is called a hybrid class, meaning partially online, partially in class. You are welcome to come into class and work or ask questions if you need it. Just keep in mind that during the morning, I'm teaching other face-to-face classes, so I'm not available during the morning. But I am available 1:45 till 3, and whenever I get your email, I will try to respond as soon as I can. You don't have to send me an email between 1:45 and 3. Send me an email whenever you like, and as soon as I get a chance, I'll respond. Okay. Any other questions so far? Okay. One other thing I'll say about the course homepage is, again, the announcements is going to be the most important thing on the course homepage here. You're going to want to check the announcements every week. You're also going to see a calendar, and the calendar is going to have any due dates. And so when I know the midterm and final exam, I'll put them in here. I'll also put in any dates for holidays or any days that there's no school. Any assignment due dates, once we get to them, I will post them. Assignment due dates will generally be Friday. Again, the goal is to start an activity every Monday and to finish it by Friday so that you're ready for the next activity the following Monday. So definitely check out the calendar. It'll say anything that say any important dates. For right now, it just says the diagnostic writing assignment that hopefully everyone is working on, which hopefully everyone can finish by next Monday. I've received some of your diagnostic writing assignments already, and I appreciate it if you've already sent yours in. If you haven't worked on the assignment yet, it's pretty simple. I just asked a fairly simple question for ENG4C and for OLC, just asking you a personal question about what you hope to learn in the course or what you hope to do when you leave St. Michael's. So if you click, I'll show you how to do it here. If you click right here where I put diagnostic writing assignment, if you click this link right here, it'll take you to the assignment. You can also find the assignment by going up to submissions, which is another word for assignments here. And if you click on submissions and then you click on assignments, and mine is probably going to look a little bit different as a teacher than yours does, but you should see diagnostic writing assignment right here. And you'll see in this class, I've already received 6 assignments. Yours is going to look a little different here. But you can click on the assignment going into the submissions as well too. But I will always give you a link inside the announcements so that you can go exactly where I want you to go. So in this case, if I click on the link, oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to pretend I'm a student here in order to see it. Give me a second here. So again, if I click on diagnostic writing assignment, and what you'll see is instructions. And much of this is from the school board. I made up the question, but everything else is information from the school board. They require that any student in a hybrid class or an e-learning class, they require them to do a diagnostic writing assignment during the first week to show that they know how to use Google Docs and that they know how to submit an assignment. Okay, so it says here, just follow the instructions below to complete and submit your diagnostic writing assignment. So it's going to talk to you about how to open up a Google Doc. So again, I already showed you how to open up a Google Doc. If you go to your My Tools to Go, you can find Google Docs. But just if I open up a new one right now. Come on. Sorry, it's taking its time here. So if I open up a new Google Doc here, so here's an example of a Google Doc, you can just go diagnostic writing assignment. And if you go up to the title and just click, it'll take the first line. So you can it'll take diagnostic writing assignment, and then you can just answer the question. And so the question for what was I in? The ENG course? Yeah. The question for the ENG course is it says, students enroll in the ENG4C course for different reasons. Why did you enroll in the course, and what are your plans once you finish this course? Are you planning to go to college or university? Are you planning to go to work or do something else? So I'm asking you to fully explain your reasons for enrollment and fully explain your future plans. The more detail you can provide, the better I can help you, hopefully, in this course. And I'm asking you to type about 250 words, okay, approximately. So you would just answer that question in this Google Doc. Okay, I know for the OLC class, the question is slightly different, but I'm just going to ask you about your strengths and weaknesses in terms of reading and writing. But the goal is just to get to know you a little bit and for you to show me and the school board that you know how to type a Google Doc and you know how to submit to a Dropbox. Okay, so again, that's your diagnostic writing assignment. That's how you would type it out. They're going to tell you how to submit it here. So there's a video here that you can take a look at if you haven't already, where the IT supervisor, Mr. Paul Gabriel, shows you how to submit an assignment once you've typed it. But what you're going to have to do, and you can watch the video yourself here, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to share your document with me. So what you'd do is you'd hit share, and then I've already got my email here, but you just type in my name. If you type in Derek, it'll come up right. Oh, it doesn't come up right away. When you type in my name, it'll pop up right away here. And then you click on this, and then you leave it as editor, and then you share it with me. So you'll send. You don't have to notify me, but you share it with me. Okay, so that's the first step, is you have to share the document with your teacher. So you do the same thing in a math class or any other hybrid class. And I've already received a lot of shared documents from students doing this diagnostic assignment, so I appreciate you following the instructions here. Okay. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to have to submit this assignment to what we call a Dropbox, okay? So a Dropbox is where I receive the assignment in the course website. So if we go up here and I go submissions, and then I go assignment, I can click on diagnostic writing assignment, and then you'll see the instructions all over again here. And then I can go down and I can go add a file, and I can go into my Google Drive, which again is connected to the course website if you did the linking. And since this is going really slow, this Chromebook might take a minute here, but it's going to open up my Google Drive where all of my Google documents are. And if I go down here, it should be the first one. Oh, come on. Oh. Let me do it this way. Okay. Sorry, I'm not used to this Chromebook. There it is, diagnostic writing assignment. And then I would go upload. And then I would go submit. And oh, sorry, they want you to post the link for the Google Doc here. So let me do that again. If I go back to share, how am I doing it? Copy link. And then I go back here to the Dropbox, and then I go the link, and then I go submit. And then it'll tell you that it's been submitted successfully. You'll hit done. And then you will see that one submission was submitted for this assignment. When I give you feedback, I'm not grading this assignment. The assignments that I'm grading will start next week, but I will still give you feedback on whatever you write. You will see the feedback right here under evaluation status, and it'll say view feedback, and you can click on a link. So once I've given you feedback, you go right back to submission assignments, and you can see your feedback. As we go throughout the semester, every week there'll be a new assignment added to this, because we'll do one assignment a week. And then as I give you feedback, you can just go and read my feedback. Okay. And if it's an assignment that's being graded, then you will also see a rubric, and you'll see your grades as well as my feedback. Okay. So it's really important that we're comfortable using the submissions icon here, and that we know how to submit, and we know how to view feedback. Okay. Yes, Cobra.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone.
Hi.
Today I was trying to submit my assignment because it's new for me. I'm the first time using the hybrid classes, and
Yes.
it was new. But when I saw the video, the place you showed us, we can share. Then you went and add your name, and the video they didn't show this part. Instead, they showed there is a place restricted, then we will go and change the restricted to editor or something like that. So if we take that editor and then it will come to you, or we have to specifically take your name there?
Either way, it should work. Either way, I should get it. I know what you're talking about. I saw that for the first time yesterday. Up until yesterday, as far as I knew, the school board was telling students to type their teacher's name, just like I showed you. But I think they found a new way where you can share it with kind of all of the teachers, so to speak, or like a general share, so that you don't have to type your teacher's name. I think that's what you're talking about. So if you follow what Mr. Paul, the IT supervisor there, is showing you, you should be fine too. That's fine. But if you just type my name, Derek Harrigan, or even if you just type Derek, it should pop up as well too. Then it's going directly to me. I'm getting it as well too. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. All right. So that honestly, yes, please go ahead, Aya.
Hi, Mr. We have just one assignment a week?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And
And how about the time? Can I open any time or any time?
yes.
Okay.
So I can
Every
talk,
should I open every day?
I can talk about that if you'd like.
Yes, please.
That's very important, because that was actually my next topic to talk about. Students have already been asking me about attendance, and so some students sent me a very worried email yesterday or the day before saying, I can't get into the website. I'm going to get marked absent. I'm going to get kicked out of the course, and things like that, right? That would be true in face-to-face. In a face-to-face class, if you didn't come to St. Michael's the first 2 days, they can remove you and put somebody on a waiting list into your spot. So if you are taking face-to-face classes, it is absolutely important at St. Michael's that you are here almost every day, okay? If you're doing an online class, we do attendance differently. I don't submit attendance for you every single day. I submit attendance for you once a week. I submit attendance for you on Monday mornings. So this upcoming Monday morning, I will submit before school starts. So at like 8:30 in the morning, I will submit my attendance to the office for who was here, who was present, and who was absent in my hybrid classes. Okay. So you do not have to log in every single day at any specific time. You can log in anytime you want. So I have some students that work all day, and the only time they can log in is at 11 o'clock at night. That's fine. You can log in any time of the day you want. You can log in every single day and spend a couple hours on the website every single day. That's fine. Or if you really want to, and I don't recommend this, you can log into the website once a week and do all the work at one time, and then not log in again until the next week. So to be marked as present, you have to log into the course website at least once during the week, and you have to submit something during the week. Does that make sense? So if you need to log in 5 different times in order to go over all of the information for the week, in order to do the assignment, that's fine for you. If someone else only has to log in twice to go over that information and to do that assignment, that works for them. But the key is that you log in at least once a week. I would recommend logging in more. You don't necessarily have to log in every single day, but I would log in every other day, or I would log in a few times every week, just because I don't want you to miss anything. And I think it would be very hard to try to do an entire activity in one sitting. So I would recommend you log in more than once. But to be marked present, you need to log in once. You need to submit something during the week. Does that make sense with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, teacher. Can I ask you a question, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. The assignment you were talking about, do we have to do it from now, or we have to wait till Monday?
No, you can submit it right now. I've already had a lot of students that have finished it.
Oh, I didn't know before. I'm so sorry.
No problem. This week is very much practice, because a lot of students are just learning how to get their My Tools to Go started. A lot of students are this is the first time they've taken a hybrid class. So this is practice. If you haven't submitted the diagnostic assignment yet, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not due until, midnight on Monday there, right? That's what the due date says.
Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, teacher.
But the drop box, as we call it, is open. You can submit it anytime.
Okay. Okay, it's clear. Thank you very much.
It'll be the same for all of our assignments. All of our assignments will have a due date, and it'll usually be 11:59 on Friday, right? Because I'll ask you to finish it by the ending of the week. But you don't have to wait until 11:59 on Friday to submit it. You can submit it before if you want.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, let me just take a quick look at my notes. Let me remind myself if I'm missing anything. I will. I went over my availability. Again, I'm available from 1:45 till 3 each day, Monday through Friday. So again, take advantage of that if you need anything. I usually would have sent out or posted on the website a course outline with all of the official information about the units and about everything that's going to happen in the course. I haven't been able to do that yet because I'm still waiting for some information from the principal. But as soon as I get that information, I will post an official outline that'll go over all the details of the course. So look out for that. Hopefully I can post that before Monday. Okay. What else can I say? I've already showed you how to do the diagnostic assignment. We've gone through those instructions. So I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. I appreciate everyone sticking around and listening to me, especially if you already knew how to do all of this. But is there any questions that I can answer now? Anything that I didn't talk about?
Mr. Dark,
Yes.
I need to in person for the assessment of how do you send. If you can tomorrow, 1:45 something, I am coming.
Sorry, say that one more time.
For the diagnosis assessments in person, my laptop with me. How
yeah.
to send in person?
Okay. All right. So, thank you for reminding me this. Wow, I completely forgot to mention this. I just said, I guess I kind of lied. I just said that I'm available from 1:45 till 3, Monday through Friday. I will not be available tomorrow. I have a meeting that I have to go to tomorrow at 1:45. That's why I'm doing this today instead of the ending of the week. So my apologies. If you send me an email tomorrow, I can respond to emails, but I won't be available in class. So if you're asking to come into class tomorrow, that unfortunately I will not be here from 1:45 till 3. Any other, like most days, Monday through Friday, most days, 1:45 till 3, I am absolutely available for your classes, for both my hybrid classes. Maybe it's a good idea to email me ahead of time telling me you're coming in, just so that I'm aware. But I apologize. Tomorrow specifically, I won't be available in class. So I'm sorry, I didn't notice who asked that question. But if you are asking to come in person for help with your laptop tomorrow, unfortunately, I'm not available. I will be available on Monday at 1:45 if you want to come in, and I can help you then. Does that, Rishan, did that answer your question?
No, but okay. Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. But you do, and another thing I will say, just in case this is what you meant, you do not have to come into class to submit assignments. If you learn how to submit the assignment yourself, you absolutely can do all of the assignments from home. And if you need help submitting an assignment, you certainly can come into class and I can help you, but I can help you through a Google Meet or through email if you want help as well too. Andreas, yes, please go ahead.
So when I open Google Docs, there's those 4 pages I have to fill out. Just wonder what is that?
Which?
On Google Docs. On Google Docs, yeah, there's 4 pages. Like there was about 16 sentences that I have to write with the words above, and about the planets and all of that.
Is this for a different class?
I don't think so.
Because there's nothing with the planets in my classes.
Okay, I just didn't know what to do with that because I saw them and I was like, maybe I should.
If you want, share it with me and I'll take a look at what you're seeing. But I'm not familiar with that.
Okay.
For me, for our diagnostic assignment, what all you have to do is open up a brand new Google Doc, like a blank page, and just type out your answer. There are assignments this semester where I will share with you like a chart or something in Google Docs that you'll have to fill out. But for most of our assignments, you're going to open up your own blank new Google Docs page, and you're going to type your assignment yourself.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
And well, now that you mention that too, just in case that is for another class, I would strongly recommend that if you have a math class or a science class, I know a lot of you have more than one hybrid. I would strongly recommend that you get in touch with your other teachers as well too, if you haven't already. Because you want to make sure that you are following their directions, because maybe they use the announcements and the calendar on their website a little bit differently than I do, and maybe their coursework is going to look a little bit different. So you want to make sure that you check in and that you're following the directions of all of your teachers. Oyana, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yes, I have a question. Do you have a novel in ENG4C or no?
We do. We have a novel in ENG4C. There is no novel in OLC, but in ENG4C there is a novel. It is still a work in progress about what that novel is going to be this semester. I am talking with other ENG4C hybrid teachers to decide which novels we're doing. So we will do the novel in Unit 2, so probably in a month.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Cobra?
I have two questions. The first one is if we have any other meeting like this one today we have, and someone cannot attend the meeting, and you already mentioned you are recording the meetings, and do that person, should we send the email to you to receive the video of the recordings, or we can find that available somewhere? This is the first question. The second one is when I go to the option coursework, it says to me you are not authorized to see this place or something like that. There is a message. I don't know if it's from my side there is a problem. You said we should not, we should sign out our personal email. Maybe that's the reason, or this is for everybody for now, and maybe later on it changed.
Well, let me try to address both those if I could. Number one, I'm going to say goodbye to anyone who's not here that is watching this video in the future, because I'm going to end the recording because I've said everything I wanted. So I'm going to end the recording now. Okay, so bye to everyone online, offline here. Okay,